Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Power Broker, also known as Episode 3, of course. Now, I've been wanting to get this review out for some time, since actually last Friday when this episode debuted. Haven't been able to do it due to some other videos. I was actually going to upload this actual review earlier today, but, something got in the way. You all know what it is. The actor that plays John Walker, Captain America, on the show is actually receiving death threats because of his character. Anyways, for more details, click on that video right after you're done watching this video. And before I get into this review and dive in deep, I want you guys to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. I post videos on a daily. I try to post every single day. I do live streams from time to time, mostly at least once a week or so at the bare minimum. And join my Discord. The invitation link to that is down in the description box below, where you can actually engage with a lot of people who are into the same kind of topics like you and me, like comic books, memes, you name it. It's all there. Check it out when you get a chance. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. So the Falcon and Winter Soldier Episode 3, it's really good. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And before I get into that, I got to say that Zemo, played by Daniel Bruhl, definitely sold the episode. This show is now going to be called Zemo, the Falcon, and the Winter Soldier, because Zemo totally stole the show, and I wouldn't be surprised if the villain himself actually takes on the series and steals the spotlight from both Sam and Bucky. Now, Zemo's not exactly the main villain, as the main villains are usually probably like most likely the Power Broker, who's actually looks to be the main villain of the series. And of course the Flag Smashers, which is a group of individuals who preferred the way things were before like the blip happened. And then you have Zemo, who's also a villain. Don't forget, he blew up the UN, who killed T'Chaka back in Captain America Civil War, so he's still technically a villain. But Sam and Bucky enlist the help of Baron Zemo to find out where these super soldiers are coming from, or where is the super soldier serum being made, because these new super soldiers are just popping up. So the search of the Flag Smashers continues, comes up on empty. That's why Sam and Bucky have to go to Zemo to get his help. And this was a really fun ride, fun episode. A lot of revelations. Bucky insists in seeing Zemo, but Sam, of course, doesn't want that. Sam thinks that's the wrong thing to do. And it's kind of funny because, Bucky has been pardoned. He's a free citizen. And now he's going back into crime willingly this time. And Zemo agrees to help them track down the super soldiers who are running about. Remember, Zemo knows everything there is about, Hydra. And he definitely has Hydra connections. So he also flaunts his wealth and reveals that he is a baron, which is basically an aristocrat. Like his comic book counterpart. He's a baron in the comics. He's loaded. He's full of money. So using Zemo's connections, they travel to Madripoor. And Bucky and Sam are like wondering what's in Madripoor. And that is a fictional country that should be very familiar to you guys who are big Wolverine fans. Zemo also provides cover identity for Sam Wilson, while insisting that Bucky acts as if he's still the Winter Soldier. So being that he's under control, he needs to act like he's still the Winter Soldier. So during the meeting with Zemo's criminal contact, the trio learned that Dr. Wilfred Nagel created the new super soldier serum. Not exactly an exact replica, but not a perfect one, but still relatively close and good enough for these individuals, the Flag Smashers, to take on. So it's poorly timed phone call from Sam's sister, Sarah, who calls Sam. Sam gets outed, of course. He's not exactly who he was supposed to be in disguise. The chaos ensues. We get an appearance by Sharon Carter, which is really cool. Nice to see her, coming back, doing something. Hopefully she gets given a lot more to do than this just one episode. Because Sharon Carter just made an appearance, helping out Sam Wilson and, of course, Bucky Barnes, track down Dr. Nagel, who was actually killed. Spoiler alert. Zemo actually managed to kill him. And Sam is like, what the hell are you doing? Zemo is all about his own ways. Like, he has a job that's not finished, and he intends on finishing that job, which is getting rid of any individuals who's taking on the super soldier serum. He plans on getting rid of all of them. He thinks that superheroes just should not exist. And I think, I gotta say, the chemistry between Zemo, Bucky, and Sam, even though they're not all friends, I gotta say, it's fun to see those three palling around. They have no choice but to work with Zemo, but it's fun to see them. Zemo's flying them around in his private jet, because he's a baron. He's treating them to meals in the jet, and it's just so cool to see them interact. We get to see a very funny, weird side to Zemo that we've never seen before, and I gotta give props to Daniel Bruhl. He really knows how to perform, man. That guy this guy stole the episode. We also got to see Zemo in his comic book appearance. Well, it's actually more of a modern take of his comic book counterpart. There's still hints and bits and pieces of a comic book appearance, like especially his mask, which I hope is not a one-off thing, because you all see that promotional poster of Zemo, with his flaunting his mask and just wearing it and just embracing it. His coat has like that fur with like the little dots, just like how he does have in the comics, and he's wearing like this purple top, underneath that coat, kind of like what he does wear in the comics as well. So while not all looking like all ridiculous, and he's not sporting the sword that he's well known for like using in the comics, he looks pretty close to a modernized version of what Zemo would look like if he were like alive in this real world. So it was actually pretty cool to see that. Hopefully he gets to wear that mask again, because that's like his trademark. And I'm wondering if he's ever going to get scarred in the face, kind of like how he is in the comics, which is one of the reasons why he wears the mask constantly in the comics, because he's heavily scarred by some sort of adhesive that he fell into that was like boiling head first, and he just scarred his face. But anyways, Carly Morgenthau and the Flag Smashers, they're still running about. They got the super soldier serum, and I think the Power Broker is in the background, just like wondering what's going on, like just threatening these people. The Power Broker still remains a mystery. I just don't know who that is in this series. But one common like recurring thing that keeps happening in this series is that whenever like a stupid name comes about, everybody always seems to comment about how like these names are just dumb. And yes, they are pretty dumb, because I mean they're comic books character names, they are pretty dumb. So shortly after, Zemo seemingly just abandons Sam and Sharon and the bounty hunters. Right when Zemo killed Dr. Nagel, but Zemo just returns to eliminate some more of these criminals and to help out. And then he takes like this car, and he's like, "Oh, look, it's a classic, just hop on in." And it's a fun ride with all these three just going about like bringing justice and stuff. So they live up to the deal. On the plane, Sam suggested that he destroyed Cap's shield. And Bucky can't allow that. No matter how much Sam, wants to like get rid of that shield, Bucky's not gonna allow that, because that shield is more than just a shield. It's a symbol. It represents everything that Steve was. And meanwhile, John Walker and Lamar, they realize that Sam and Bucky freed Zemo from prison. They don't have any proof, but like they have an idea that they pretty much did that. And instead of reporting him, they're gonna go ahead and decide to follow them and get on the trail to the Flag Smashers, because that's exactly more than likely where Bucky and Sam will be if they follow the trail of the Flag Smashers. So something tells me it's gonna go into deep dark territory involving John Walker. There was this promotional like image, or like there's like this poster of John Walker with his shield, kind of like head down like this, and if you look closely, there was like blood on the shield. So he killed somebody he didn't want to kill. And I have this feeling that by then he takes on the super soldier serum, and he just goes crazy and loses all sense of himself. So after arriving to Latvia with Zemo and Sam, Bucky recognizes some high-tech beads around the walls and on the floors and stuff like that. And then Bucky basically picks up these beads and looks around and investigates. And he's like, he says like, "Come on out now and like come face me." And next thing you know, we cut to one of the Dora Milaje. I believe it's Ayo from Black Panther, the Wakandan warrior, and she says that she's come for Zemo. So the man who killed the former king of Wakanda from Captain America: Civil War. So this is really cool that we're getting some Black Panther references. Now, knowing that the actor Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther, has passed on, I'm just kind of curious where they're gonna go with this, since one of the Dora Milaje is in like this episode, and I think she's going to be in the fourth episode. I'm wondering what Bucky's going to say. Is Bucky going to check up on T'Challa? Is he going to ask about T'Challa? I'm wondering what kind of response we're going to be getting. If that subject is brought up, I'm just curious. But that's pretty much it. It was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for episode 4. I'm really liking this show. It's really good. Definitely, Zemo totally stole the show, but highly suggest you check it out if you haven't seen it already. I'm sure most of you have already seen it. It's already Sunday, so the episode premiered on Friday, and I can't wait for episode 4. So anyways, that's pretty much it for my review for the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 3 Power Broker. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. What are your thoughts and theories about everything I discussed? Comment down below. I'd like to know your thoughts and theories on the matter. And with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.